Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew, which I last played earlier today, recorded that last episode earlier on, and now I'm recording another one because I just can't stop playing this game. I love it. I love it so much. Marley, what you got for us?
You have brought my crew back. Well done, both of you. I have ordered my skeletons to take them to their quarters. We must revive them soon, but we need more soul energy to start.
We do.
Some potent source would be nice, eh? Some cursed trinket or the like.
Aye. Perhaps we will find such a thing at New Crookbury.
I'll set a course at once.
Not yet, Navigator.
Oh wait.
There's something else I want you to look into. 5 of Marley's crew assemble. Ignatius spoke those words to me, quoting from the captain's riddle. They have stirred something in me. You must speak to Estelle.
Who? The monkey?
Aye, she knows my insides better than me. Perhaps she'll know what to do.
Alright then, let's go speak to Estelle, I guess. I don't think it's going to matter which 5. I think that's just their way of saying that the final
Always
mission
move forward.
is going to require 5 of the crew. But yeah. I don't believe it's referring to specific ones. What you got for us, Estelle?
Estelle, I presume? Sorry, I don't speak monkey. All right then. 5 of Marley's crew assemble. Anything you can show me? I'll throw in a banana.
I mean, it looks like Estelle's got
Hey,
an absolute
wait for
ton of the
me.
buggers back there. But if she wants more bananas, that's fine, I guess. Now, are we in the below?
I like it already. I believe we have arrived. Can you hear me, Marley?
Aye, but I can barely sense you.
I'll be your eyes and ears. I like these odds.
I mean, I presume this is the below. So it doesn't look like
Well,
part of the ship.
An empty table and an ominous door.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skulls around that table. Is this where 5 of the crew assemble?
Well.
And then that will break the lock on this ominous door, perhaps? 5 sets of chains?
A chained door. 3 bowls on top, and no locks to pick. 5 of Marley's crew assemble. Estelle? Can you bring Soulady down here? I'll make it 2 bananas.
Oi, Navigator. I was just fixing up a skelly when Estelle comes and drags me here.
Apologies. You might be the key to this door.
I'm listening.
5 of Marley's crew assemble. I'd say that makes you part of the riddle.
Here's the problem, right? I don't have a clue what to do.
Fair.
Try something.
Now, Slady, are you part of the solution?
Standing around, catching. That's
see.
the old contract table. Each of us stabbed our dagger in it when we signed on.
You wouldn't have that dagger with you.
Sure, why?
Let's reenact your signing.
Let's.
I do like this so far.
Okay.
So, lady,
Aye. Here to travel the cursed seas, discover strange new ailments, and unearth the secrets of the soul.
Is that Mordecai, possibly?
I'd say I did that right.
Aye, it's clear then. 5 chains for 5 crew.
You've smelled blood. Got a knack for solving puzzles, eh?
There's more to discover here. We'll see what answers New Crookbury holds.
Right, so yeah, we're going to have to res at least 5 crew members then, I guess. It feels like Afia is not one of the 5, though.
Navigator, we can now set sail to New Crookbury. Chart a course when you're ready.
Okay, we still don't have any soul energy. We can, however, start a crew tail, apparently. Let's see. We can start a crew tail. Select a character who's got the crew tail available. This will show you the next steps in their mission log. So, 6 skeletons. So Salady wants to converse with Marley.
called, Marley? How can I help?
Ship Doctor, while you were gone, some of our skeleton crew have fallen ill.
Ah, fragile little buggers, aren't they?
They do not have black pearls like you. The souls in there are doing their best.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are.
All right, I'll make my rounds. Shouldn't take long.
Take your time. Perhaps one of them has caught a strange new sickness for you to discover.
That'd be
I
fun.
wish. Most of it's probably just soul scurvy. See you around, Marley.
Alright, doctor's rounds then. Here's the
You
skelly.
like this,
Surgeon!
What you got for us, Bones?
So what ails you today, matey?
Spine!
Your spine's all wibbly wobbly. Let me see your arm.
It's technical doctor term.
Well, I could take that arm clean off. Yep, you have soul scurvy, my friend. You're barely keeping them bones
Why have they
together.
got tattoos on their
Have
bones?
some fruit. One bite every hour, and you'll be up in soul energy in no time.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Okay, we've made a skeleton happy.
I have just the thing.
What's this book? Each crewmate has their own optional crew tale. Yep. Complete one step of any available crew tale between each mission.
Plan, Doctor.
At your service. Now, what's the problem?
Think. Hard.
Thinking is hard.
Let me hold on to your skull for a second.
Oh.
Ah, your souls are numbed. You've got the creeping hollow, matey.
Oh,
I'll tell
jeez.
the Marley to switch up your routine. Add some change into your day.
Oh.
Not the creeping hollow.
Yeah.
And then this, I
yeah.
guess, is telling us about how we can upgrade with vigor. Yep, complete missions, get vigor, upgrade. Very well. Oh, we've unlocked flintlock pistol, it seems. So that's a noisy way to definitely take out one dude.
This plan's growing on me.
Now let's go chat with Skelly number 3.
Hello there, matey. What's the problem here?
Dark door.
Something troubling you? Teeth chattering? Bones dusty? Translucent boils?
All good.
Funny that. Well, see you around then.
I shiver me timbers.
What?
Shiver me timbers.
Huh. That's a fancy phrase for a skeleton
Yeah.
to say.
Shiver me timbers.
Let me feel your skull for a second.
No. Shiver me timbers.
You know, you need to go to the sick bay.
Don't. Shiver me timbers.
Well, if you won't go by yourself, I'll have to do it for you.
Okay, what's going on with this lad? Get the third skeleton.
Oh, I
Alright,
like that.
so, do I just have to pick him up or what? I mean, I could knock him out.
Lie down.
I see you've discovered my skeleton crew. Feel free to practice with them. They enjoy it.
I hope they do.
Up we go. Well,
Did you find anything, Ship Doctor?
nothing. From what I can tell, that little cluster of souls in there is perfectly healthy. All fine. You can go now.
I shiver me timbers.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Can't do nothing if I can't find nothing. You might want to keep an eye on it, though. Now, if you don't mind, I have a few new ideas for plants I'd like to try out.
I mean, if they're getting more intelligent, is that a problem? Either way, we can't complete any more crew tales right now.
Service.
So I guess we're off to find a riddle
I'll be there soon.
on a new map.
Set a course, navigator.
We're going to New Crupbury.
Small trade post in the middle of the timeless shores. What was once a haven for ships and traders of all flags has been reshaped by the Inquisition. The inhabitants have either been intimidated into submission or relocated to make room for Ignatius' plans. The port has been expanded, and warehouses are being constructed to process the constant influx of wares. Cursed items from across the shores are here to be examined by Ignatius' lackeys in the hopes of finding the answers to the captain's riddle.
Alright then. So it's a medium mission, it's at night, It'll give us 3 vigor and 2 crew. Guess that's about all we need to know.
I report. New Crockbury lies on the horizon.
As expected, the trade post is now overrun with zealots. Someone here was entrusted with the captain's riddle. We must discover who.
Easy. We sneak in by night. Listen in on the nightly chatter.
That works.
But we can do more than that.
Although,
We can listen to the past itself. Do you see them? Memory fragments, echoes of the past. Touch one, and you get a glimpse into recent events.
Ah, we spy on the past to find our target in the present.
You are starting to catch on, Navigator. The island is small, so you should have no trouble finding your prey. Stick to the shadows, browse through those memory fragments, and should you happen upon another source of soul energy, that would be useful as well. Let's
Yeah.
choose our landing, Navigator.
would be nice to have a third crew
Still
member.
not much of a choice, eh?
I'll hear no complaints.
Now, unfinished depot. Smuggler's Point. So is that in a doorway? Yeah, but is that locked to us? Because we... Yeah, that might be locked to us because we haven't yet taken out the dudes that are blocking it.
Smart choice.
Anyway, let's rock and roll.
So, Navigator, your brain getting to grips with the Marley's powers?
Aye. Though there's still plenty of strangeness to digest.
Just do what feels natural. Don't worry if you forget details or repeat conversations. What matters is that you don't end up dead and burned, okay?
Right, so these civilians got a pretty short sight range, all told. We should be okay to sneak past this guy.
What's all that flotsam they're bringing in?
Straight to the point.
Soldiers.
And there's memory fragment 1 out of the way.
Modify this pathetic town as you see fit. It needs to house the incoming relics.
Of course, my lady. What is to be done with them?
The Udex and you will inspect each of them until we find the right ones.
It may take considerable time.
The Udex can see things you cannot. Make use of this, and you might remain on schedule.
As you say, my Lady Inquisitor.
This is really something. It's like I'm there.
Uh-huh.
Not terribly
Sight,
helpful.
sound, sensation. A perfect peek into the past.
Consider it done.
Right, so that guy's blocking that.
I stand ready.
Now, is anyone really going to notice if Salodi comes up
Standing
here?
around. They grow from the soil.
So then she throws a bush over here.
Ah, souls from the ground.
Which
Opportunity
allows
calls.
the fear to pop up. And then do we have time?
A memory capture.
No, we don't.
A memory unleashed.
Although we don't need to worry about having time because we can just fast forward. Yep. You do your thing. Then you're going to turn around in a
There's
second.
no distance.
When you turn around,
Your soul is free. Let's get you somewhere
Lovely.
else.
okay, so that's a lad down.
But your right of patrol is clear. You have to watch the beach.
Another memory fragment over there. So you're just going to go back and forth again, and you don't ever see down there with enough view to see people that are crouched. So we'll fast forward.
Well, well. Death's not the end, eh?
And down goes that guy.
Don't let the flame get you.
That's not how the right
heavy.
works.
Looks like new Crockbury's growing unnaturally.
Somehow I don't think it'll suit the town.
Okay, what are we going to learn from this fragment?
You must never speak the riddle out loud, not even when you are alone.
Is there any particular reason for this secrecy?
None that may concern you, Magister.
So does she know about memory
Very
fragments?
well. And what should be done with the original text?
Keep it secure. Do not fashion any copies.
I shall keep it on my person at all times.
Okay.
Did you hear? The Magistratus was entrusted with the riddle text.
Aye, we have found our target.
So if she knows about memory fragments, that would explain why
I like
she's
Help if you let me.
not wanting the magistrate to read things out loud. Don't think we need to turn off this lantern.
Same with you.
But it can't
Consider it
hurt,
done.
I guess. Oh wait, there's a guard there. I almost didn't see him. Now, can we take him out? There's a couple there. And there's that one. That's a Eudix. Okay, so they
Change.
have got line of sight over that guy. So, I'm not sure I need to take them out, but I'd like to. They've got a big old line of sight. They can see a long way. So I'd need to take them out probably before I took out this lad. Let's bring Salady into the mix.
Working on it.
She can go for a swim. And then can we sneak up?
There's only one language they understand.
I mean, we can't really because we can't get up to them.
Incoming.
Right, so no one can really see there. That's good.
This will be fun to come back to. It'll
Now,
grow
what if we
real
do a
fast.
bush there?
All right, let's cover this up.
How does that... Yeah, that doesn't really affect the viewpoint of that guy. Although,
Yeah, let me at him.
I see. Footprints.
All right now.
I will
Who was
report
that?
this later.
Walking is good for you.
This way.
yeah. And then let's have a look.
This plan's growing on me.
Wondering any more?
No, we got caught.
Grow that back.
Curses.
Return.
Basically, I want to take out that lamp.
Ha, I have just the thing.
All right now. Who was that?
And yeah, he hears us if we run. Okay. Let's
Let's see
move
what's up.
a fear.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, a fear can lurk over there for a minute.
A moment to remember.
We just need Salady for
6
this.
grams of death root, 2 drops of moonshine. Cover seeds.
So she puts a bush there.
Ha, I have just
Much obliged, so lady.
Let's send you
And then she
away.
distracts that
A
guy.
nice little sprout.
Spot
All
no
right now.
one is allowed
Who
to
was
stray.
that?
But I must stay. My post shall not be left.
3 little
I
cuts.
see.
Okay. I was kind of hoping that the distraction
Marley be
would stop the
sensed
guy
out,
from hearing
And we
us.
can try again.
But maybe it will. We just need a bit more time to pass. This is all probably
Take a
entirely
walk.
Ah,
unnecessary.
yes. A nice little sprout.
Okay, we got away with that.
Wondering any more?
A distraction I cannot succumb to.
Right, footprints are happening. But the Udex doesn't get distracted. So, yeah. Right, progress.
Ha, I have just the thing.
Okay, yeah, that guy, again.
We're back.
I should have learned by now, that guy just hears footprints.
Flame guides me this way.
Yeah, let me at him.
I see.
Nice.
I have to. One more for science.
This is all fanning around that's
Like
just
leaves in the wind.
possibly unnecessary. But I really want to take out that lamp.
Oh no, I must resume my task.
Although, maybe we need to wait for the Udex to just calm down a bit, because they're still on reasonable alert, so they're becoming alert quicker than they should.
Wonder dust.
Now they're back to normal.
Watch me go.
Wandering anymore?
Iron Judge.
Okay, there's just not enough time, basically. I really want to take out that lamp, but there's not enough time. So...
Oh, this is
Who
fascinating.
was that?
I see. No one is allowed to
The
stray.
leaves hide all manner of...
I must stay. My post shall not be left empty.
let's hide in the water.
Yeah, let me at him.
Who wanders off that
Commence
ordained
the rites of
path? Let's get moving.
Everyone's busy.
Warn me of danger.
You cannot
Commence the
Oh,
rite of
piss.
inquiry.
Let's just stop getting distracted by this.
The rites of
I've been
inquiry.
fanning around for 5
My
minutes
eyes
now.
shall on nothing was found.
Someone
Okay.
must rekindle this flame. My post shall not be left empty.
Right, we got rid of
What's in it
a
for me?
lantern.
I'll be there soon.
The curse is in my sight.
Piss.
I see
But then we got a lamp.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
let me
just
at
not
him.
go this way.
6 grams of
Oh, there's a
death.
rock.
2 drops of moonshine.
Around below it.
If we could get to that rock, that would be funny. Because we do like dropping rocks on people's heads. Is there any sensible way up further around? I don't see one. But if Saladi
Incoming.
comes up here... That guy is watching that ladder though pretty comfortably.
Is there really no other way of doing this?
It's always the same.
This plan's growing on
Join
me.
the Inquisition if you're afraid to walk.
Right. We can
Maiden protect.
Now
Sneak
we're
behind.
getting
Not
somewhere.
going any further.
Yeah, let's sneak over here. Okay, so we can sneak over there. That's good. But yeah, I don't see how we're supposed to drop a rock on that person's head anytime soon.
I went there. The rite must be fulfilled by now.
That's not how the Rite of Patrol works. Go back.
I stand ready.
Ah, so they're strolling back and forth because of the right of patrol. That's kind of funny. Now, are you seeing that guy? No. Decorino Cereza. So that is a dev again.
Remedies for the dead.
That's cool.
Ha, I have just the thing.
I might be able to get away
I
with
have a
killing
feeling
them.
that the rot
Interesting choice,
tumble down
Marty.
at any moment.
You're supposed to walk the
One left. Up we
around
go.
below it.
Yeah, good. So that's another one
I
down.
know right where to cut. Whoa. Huh. I gotcha. Watch me go.
And another.
Can we keep that one for later?
Now, we can take out that lad. Once this one turns around again.
Is there really no other way of...
Treatment's ready. Let me see your soul. Next pay. Oh, no problem.
And then, potentially, we can also get up there in
Alright,
time. Good.
Easy fix.
Have we got time? Yes, we have. Good. We do like squashing people with rocks. Okay, this was a much more sensible route to go than fanning around down below. Who's watching you? Is it just that guy? Oh no, that one comes over, but they're going to go again in a minute.
Wanna go somewhere else? Working on it.
The flame guides me this way.
Yes, flame does guide you that
Body
way.
up we go.
Let me return to my post.
Sweet. I'm surprised we got away with that, but we did.
Someone is neglecting their task.
Now, you walk around there.
Maiden waits
That's
for no
fine.
one, friend.
Because that guy is going to turn
Have you
around in a
forgotten?
minute.
I'll trim their numbers. Coming right up.
You're fast for
Oh,
a
no
plan.
problem.
Cool, another guy down. Now, can we take out that Custodes? Probably.
I got you.
Good, we got a door. I don't think anyone's going to find that bot up here. So that'll be a new way into the level next time we come here,
Nice capture, Marley.
which is nice. And there's also a
Watch me go.
memory fragment over here. I mean, we already
I
know.
must depart for Gran Alcazar.
Ooh, Gran
You will
Alcazar.
carry on here with the Magistratus.
As you command, my lady.
Keep your gaze on him. The thing he carries seeps with corruption.
I have noticed.
If he yields to corruption, he is yours to judge. What he carries must remain intact until we have found our answers.
Very well. Doesn't really
I can
help a
if
lot.
you let me.
Now, who's looking at that guy?
I do like this so far.
No one's really looking at this guy, I don't think.
Wait, I'll keep quiet.
Strange.
Oops. I misclicked.
Unleash.
No, there is a civilian there. But are they keeping quiet?
This plan's growing on
Stay
me.
safe, pirate.
Okay, someone is strolling over there, but that's fine.
Let me see your soul. Next page. Up we go.
Whee!
Coming right up.
Another target down. Now, can we eliminate that light without anyone noticing? We can. Although this is just leading back round to this spot where we got into all sorts of trouble. Now, is that going to allow us to...
Incoming.
Is that? There shouldn't be footprints
But I must
here.
stay. My
I know right where to cut.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Return.
So the soft sand leads to footprints, which leads to trouble.
Hiding spot coming up. Mmm. Souls from the air. Working on it.
I see tracks, but my duty takes precedence. My post shall not be left empty.
Now, I do want to see if we can
One
take
day
out these
I'll find out
lanterns.
how you do it.
Okay. So that kind of works, and then he comes over, but then...
Wonder does.
What if we
I don't want to walk this way.
send him that way? Does that stop him
This
from turning
plan's
this light back
growing
on?
on me.
Caught wandering anymore?
Or is he just going to get distracted again by the light?
Is that?
Yeah, he is. Right.
This will stretch your legs.
At your service.
He guides me this way.
A distraction I cannot succumb to.
Let's see if we can get
Oh no.
a fear over here.
Well, well.
Standing around, catching light.
Now that guy's going to do the same again.
Coming right up,
What if we send him this way?
like leaves in the wind.
Ah yes, a nice.
Never look back.
Quench this light.
My post
Straight to the point.
Ah, bollocks. Yeah, that Udex being on high alert
Next time.
isn't great.
Let's get moving, eh?
Oh, I can grow.
But I'm
lots of-
determined to figure out a sensible way of dealing with this. What if we bring
Never look back.
fear down here? But there's nowhere. There's nowhere that's not within sight.
Straight to the point.
If I could get her in close, which maybe I can actually. Let's think. What if
Ugh,
we
these are
extinguish the
itchy.
light
Yeah, let me at him.
who quench this light? A distraction.
and then we
I
bugger
cannot
off?
succumb to.
And
My
then
soul
fear
is
comes
razor
this way.
There is
No,
only
because the
one
Udex is immediately onto us. Okay.
All right.
If we can get
I am
through
just
that
the
light
beginning.
and out this side.
Strange. Tracks.
I must
Madness
stay.
is
A
this.
distraction I
Oh.
cannot.
Bollocks.
Failure is irrelevant.
Coming right
Good.
up.
I'm glad to hear that because
Footprints.
There shouldn't be footprints here.
A
there shouldn't be
distraction I
footprints there.
cannot
You should come over. Dang. We don't have enough time to get over there.
Remember,
Now, what if
At your
we brought a
service.
fear over here? So that is the point at which yeah. So what if we get footprints in this area?
I like these odds.
Is that?
Is he going to see those footprints? No. It's quite the puzzle, this little area.
A memory capture.
But yeah, if we move to the edge of that guy's
Consider
radius,
it done.
and then we blink behind him,
No one is allowed to free.
and then we just
I must
wait
say,
for...
a distraction I cannot succumb to.
Yeah. Now, where is Udex looking?
This memory is ours.
So, she can see up to about there.
Through the below.
So she can't see that. Good. I do worry that taking even one more step though is going to lead to a plink plonk of water.
I like it already.
Okay, good. Right.
Memory captured.
Now, Salady.
Ugh, leaves are
Right. Just want to get on the shore.
cover seeds.
Okay, so I can't do it without... I can't throw bushes without being on the shore. Oops, wrong button.
And again.
6 grams of
This is why
moonshine.
fucking quick saves are hugely necessary.
This plan's
Partly
growing
because the
on
game is complex and the controls can sometimes play up, or at the very least I can press the wrong buttons because I'm a big idiot.
I'm not doing it.
No, it's you we need to worry about.
Coming right up.
What hoping me get
Okay, so I guess it's not the end of the world if an alarm goes off, but still. Whilst I'm
This'll be
thinking
fun
about
to
it,
come back to.
Let's get moving, eh?
can we just blink up there from here? No, that didn't need to be that fiddly, but it was.
One day I'll find out how you do it.
I'll trim
So.
the numbers.
Let's do a bit of killing, shall we?
Straight to the point. One less to worry.
And now that that's done, we can take out the
A
Udex.
memory capture. Let's unshackle your soul. Your soul is free. Look at that. A stone slab with
Ooh.
writing.
This was worthwhile
Bursting
after all.
with soul energy. So, are these Mordecai's words?
I can feel it. Listen.
5 of Marley's crew assemble. Relics lost on timeless shores. One of
Bark and cursed bramble.
One of black and ashen ores. One of bone and fingers cold. One of futures yet untold. Bring to light the captain's gambit behind Marley's secret door.
So what, 4 relics?
To hear the captain's voice again. It's been too long. Well done. Bring the riddle slab with you. I'll extract the soul energy once you're on board.
So do we even need to find the Magister at this point?
Aye.
Maybe we were going to find that the Magister had been taken over by corruption and the Udex had to kill them. So maybe we've jumped
Time is
ahead
on
a
our
bit.
side. I'll be there soon.
Oh well.
One less to worry. Well, well.
Now,
Do you make
whereabouts
heads
might
or
we want to
tails
go
of that
next?
riddle?
Sounds like gibberish to me. Guess we'll have the Marley figure that one out. On the bright side, this slab is packed tight with soul energy.
Any suggestions as to who we should revive next?
Oh, you'll do fine, Navigator. You were smart enough to pick me first.
Okay, so maybe we've just accidentally completed the level without finding all the memory fragments. But there's probably a badge for finding them all. So yeah, maybe we get everyone back to somewhere where we can proceed through a bit more of the place. Or do we carry on in this direction? Maybe we do. Because, yeah, we've taken out some of the guards in this direction, so it shouldn't be too hard to take out more, right?
No second thoughts, eh?
We've got that one, who's looking back and forth a bunch. And then we've got this acolyte, who seems to be a good bet, because they're going to come back in a bit. Oh no, it's not that acolyte, it's that one. Oh, and they're a dev. Good. So they then walk over there, and stand there, and do some hammering. No one's watching them when they're there, are they? I don't think so. Is there a position
Through the below.
in which
I like it already.
Aphia can blink across there?
Blink.
Possibly. No, actually no. There's too many people around. And blinks are there, perhaps? Yes.
Oh, I can grow lots of things.
Now, can we push that over from up here?
A moment to remember.
Or does it have to be from down there?
That's exactly what I... Oh, strange.
Right. What a terrible accident.
It must be a mistake. What happened? Was it negligence? Or simply bad luck?
It's probably bad luck.
What right is appropriate here?
Well, well.
This must have happened for a reason.
Yep. Everything does. So, where were you going?
Your help is appreciated.
Hard to
You were
make sense
hammering
of it.
stuff on there. And then you
Meant to be,
walked
I
this way?
suppose. Nothing to it.
No, you just went back.
No
Okay.
second thoughts, eh?
But I think that
Little
allows us
death
time to kill
bringer.
this guy.
Nothing to do with me.
Damn right it's not, friend.
Nice done, Aphia.
Whee. So we should now be okay to take that one out when they come back to do some more hammering.
See you. Heavy. Now we're getting somewhere.
Jolly good. Another one down. What is that thing? Let's zoom in a bit. What are you? A magical tail of a fish? Probably.
Always move forward.
Either way, let's head over and deal with this acolyte. Because I don't think anyone's going to prevent that from happening.
Huh? Let's send them on their way. Don't. Let's get you somewhere else.
And that's these docks cleared out.
Straight to the point.
And now that we are over here, we can get up and around over here without too much trouble. We could also go down there and up there. And that would lead to another Custodes. Shame there's nothing we can drop on their head from that crane. But that guy, that's the magistrate. Okay. So maybe we make our way around there towards the end and we have a look over here instead.
Always move forward.
So we've got an acolyte over there. Is anyone really paying attention to them? They are.
What
Let's bring
ails
the
your
lady
soul
back into the
today?
action, perhaps. Perhaps if we distract this lad, we can then knife that one.
Ah, yes.
Too many weeds here.
Hmm? Oops.
Caught wandering
Oh, this is fascinating.
How do we end up down here without getting spotted?
Quite the collection Ignatia has here.
Hey, that's a piece of dreadvine over there.
These come from the nearby islands. Dreadvine's Cove, Angela's Grave. There's more. Coral from Calamity Reef. Slabs from the Iron Bay.
I'd wager the riddle has Ignatia thoroughly stumped.
It'll only hurt a bit.
Right, let's take you out.
Huh. Oh, no problem. Coming right up.
I'm not even sure how we ended up over here without getting
Can we
spotted.
keep that one for later?
It was purely through a misclick. But we'll take it. Now,
Where is that acolyte?
yeah, where is that acolyte?
Let's get moving, eh?
8 minutes overdue.
So yeah, those two could have been taken out together. Now, is anyone really watching there? No.
Blink. Your soul is free. Enjoy.
And I don't think anyone's
Consider it done.
really going to pay much attention to
I'm sure
that.
the Inquisitor knows.
Now, what if we bring a fear
Straight to
back
the
up?
point.
Bring it around over here somewhere. No one's really... Oh yeah, they are. Both of those guys, okay. Oh, now they've seen that one.
Consider it done.
Oh?
That's fine.
Strange.
We'll just come over here whilst they're all distracted. And nobody's watching over this way, so...
Need something,
Salady.
lady. Take a walk. Oh, this is fascinating.
Yes.
Don't
Ping.
I walk this opportunity card?
Yeah, why don't you walk this way, friend?
I'm only with
So you can
Don't
get
let the
wrecked.
flame get you.
Where are you looking? You're looking there. So Salady
Oh, I
can
see.
stand about here.
I'll trim their numbers.
And double stab.
Well, well.
Well,
Good. That's pretty much all these guards
Welcome
out of the
to
way.
the other side.
Ah.
Don't think we
let's
need to
stretch
hide those
those
bots.
roots.
Now, do we get up there somewhere? So we could go around this way,
They'll get what's coming to them.
but no, up here might be best. Especially given as we've
Coming right up.
cleared that bit out already. Oh yeah, I can use fast forward when I'm just strolling about. That's nice. Now, where's that door lead to? A door up there. Doesn't really help a lot. Might do if we had the sharpshooter on the team. So it might come in handy in later missions. But otherwise, yeah, being up here isn't doing a great deal for anyone. So, where to? Through those gates, perhaps. But then there's also...
or
over
crates
here.
of special interest are to be.
Maybe it is best to just come around and get in from this side. Yeah, you walk over there.
Interesting choice, Marley. All right, easy fix.
And you just get shanked
Next,
because...
hey, I gotcha.
Yep. No one gives a damn about you, so they're not watching you. That acolyte needs to be dealt with, I think. Now, I feel like we can take out this acolyte
Can we keep that one
without
for later?
that guy noticing.
Food for the vibe.
Up we go.
Yeah, this way was definitely
Working
an
on
easy
it.
way to get around.
Harsh treatment,
no
ship
problem.
doctor.
And another memory fragment.
There is mild corruption here.
Only miles.
I have already requested the rite of purification.
We'll have to work on that.
Reports of your diligence have not been exaggerated.
I live to serve the maiden.
The maiden.
Though I do find this task rather peculiar.
The Grand Council has sanctioned our pursuits. Your piety will not be besmirched.
That is good to hear, my lady.
That almost makes it sound like Ignatia is acting independently of her superiors.
This'll
And
be
that
fun
she's
come
trying to
back
convince him that the Grand Council are cool with all this, but maybe they're not. Alright, okay, so let's bring
Incoming.
Salady down over here.
Never
Let's
look.
bring Afir up here. Because I want Afir to attack that lad when we've distracted that one, I think.
Hey, try this fruit.
Is that
Oh, I like that.
Oh, come on.
the curse?
Okay, so you're the one we need to watch.
Coming right up.
Good. There we go. Now,
Let's see what's out there.
Fear, let's set you up, shall we?
A blade in the dark.
And then
Remedies
Salady.
for the dead.
Every
I have just the thing.
guides me this way.
Careful when handling the fauna from Calamity Beach.
Good.
Let's get you somewhere else. No second
Now we'll
thoughts,
drop
eh?
you in a bush. How many more enemies we got? Not many. Good.
That's exactly what I mean.
Timeless plunder.
Just one going back and forth there.
Hiding spot coming up.
Now, let's make a bush.
Nose from the ground.
Well, that's in the wrong place to
Else.
send that guy anyway.
It'll grow real fast. Swift shrub coming through, like leaves in the wind.
I want to push that guy over there somewhere, but that's not looking like an option. So maybe we just get back into this bush.
Growing on me.
And
At your
then,
service.
let's see, so
I like it already.
All crates of special interest are to be thrice sealed and marked before sending them to Gran Alcazar.
let's see.
Let's unshackle your soul.
What happens if we do this and then
Incoming.
A nice little stroll.
What's in it for me? Now.
no, I can't get away with that. Okay.
Ah, this memory.
I guess I've
like
also
these
got
odds.
yeah. I've also got a Fear's distract move that I keep not using.
Why are the supplies for
Oh, I'll have to note that down.
still within the transit?
Wanna go somewhere else?
Right, you go over there.
Opportunity calls.
At once.
Well,
You
well.
get no.
Let's send them on their way.
Yeah, that's not enough time. That ain't gonna work.
Stored. I
But let's
like
move a
these
Fear down.
odds.
Because if we can take out that lad whilst he's over there somewhere,
Consider it done. Let's send them on their way.
because nobody's looking over this guy.
See you around. Heavy.
Thrice sealed and marked
No second thoughts, eh?
Gran Alcazar.
Right, now that would allow our previous plan to be executed again,
Well, well.
assuming we can get a Fear back over here, which is just a matter of blinking.
Oh, this is fascinating.
A nice little
Ah,
stroll.
piss. Timing's very tricky on what I'm trying to do here, which might mean that it's not the right
I
thing
like
to do.
it already.
I am playing on Legend though, so there is that. I am basically a legend of this type of game.
Walking
Right,
is
you
good.
go that way.
Walk this way.
Okay, so he's off. That should be good.
Always move forward. Don't leave.
Go, go, go.
Anymore.
Good.
Thank
This
you for the
works.
backup.
Let's stretch those roots.
Ah, piss. That guy heard that.
Restored.
Is that louder?
Sword
Yeah, that's got a louder range on it. I didn't realise that.
Careful.
Oh, I'll have to note that down.
Right, so you're going to distract him.
What ruinous energies still linger in them?
Let's get moving, eh?
Yeah, you do that.
Lane guides me this way.
Oops.
We're all cutthroats here.
Didn't mean to actually go into shadow mode here, but
Consider it done.
here we are.
Oh no, I must resume my task.
Let's get you somewhere else.
Okay, that works. Somehow.
This memory is ours.
Why are the supplies for temporary storage still within the transitional area?
There should be someone.
Lady at the ready.
Yeah, you go look over there.
Come now, duty calls.
My soul is razor sharp. Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh,
Curse you!
I meant to use Slady there.
Hey, try this fruit.
Still within the transitional area.
There should be someone here.
Interesting choice, Marty. Coming right up.
Oh, piss. I forgot to wait for the magistrate. God, there's been a lot of quick saving on this mission.
Chop, chop.
Oh, this is fascinating.
You're fast for
I
a
gotcha.
bat.
Yep, come on. Drop him off. That's everyone except the magistrate. I think we'll give Afia the pleasure.
A little souvenir.
Shipment
Free.
01 is designated.
Your soul is free. Enjoy. Heavy.
And we'll drop
Straight
him in
to
a
the
bush.
point.
So let's go see what this final one has to say for itself. Oh, we could have dropped a thing on someone's head. Oh well.
Will you take it off my hands?
The Inquisitor chose you to guard the riddle, brother.
Even I can sense the corruption in the thing. Take it off me, at least for a while.
Explains
I
that.
agree. It is potent. Very well. Give it to me.
My thanks. The acolytes can watch over you while you meditate at the lighthouse. Should you feel any abnormalities, they will be there to assist.
So yeah, that explains that then. And we got the full picture. I thought there'd be a badge for it.
Remind you.
Let's unshackle your soul. I like it already.
Now, you can get dead. And then we got another exit.
Turning around. One hero. Never look back.
Off we go.
Well, well, this gives me the shivers.
Another mission complete. Cool, look at all those badges. So swashbuckler. Take down guards with that crewmate. Yeah, Slady's going to have no trouble getting that done. And they both got the Afia, the Explorer badge. Look at the time. Break up 5 conversations on 5 different islands with Wonderdust. Okay. That's a badge we can work towards. Travelling with Blink. Moving guards around with Wonderdust. And a bit more progress on the devs. So there was a lot of faffing around and quick saving at one point when we tried to do things over at that island. Before we realised that, no, maybe we'll ignore that. But then we tried it again because I'm stubborn. And it turned out to be the right answer. And from there it was just a matter of cleanup, really. Just picking off different bits of the island. Beautiful stuff all around. Afia actually got the most kills. Good for her. And 50-50 on the time. Nice. A good balanced mission. We like that. Hold left mouse button with most attacks to automatically pick up the bod. I've been holding control because that's how it was back in the day. But that's good to know. Thanks, Tooltip. We're back aboard the Marley once again, where we can start crew tales. We'll probably recruit another person, but for now, I will bid you adieu, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, friends.